Good morning. I'm about a few seconds early. Wanted to come on so that we could all gather before I started the actual presentation. So, welcome. Please say hello and let us know where you're watching from. And if it's your first time, let us know so we can welcome you. So glad to have you here. And thank you also if you're watching the replay. Good morning, Cindy. How are you? So it's a beautiful day here in Southeast Texas, cooler weather. I think it's cooler there this morning too, right, Cindy? Um, it is just a very pretty, cool, crisp day. I know that a lot of the country is experiencing some really severe weather, and our prayers and thoughts go out for them. Hello, Carol from Connecticut. Thank you for watching. So I'm just going to give it a minute and let some people join in, and then we will get started. How's everybody doing? I'm excited to share these projects with you today. Hi, Beth from snowy Minnesota. I bet. Yeah, yeah. I think everyone's experienced a little bit cooler. So, okay, let's see. I have 11 o'clock, so I'll get started. Hello, welcome everyone. I'm Lisa Brown with Ink and Inspirations. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I will be a demonstrator, 17 years in October coming up. So excited to share with you. Thank you all for joining me here. And again, thank you if you're watching the replay, either on Facebook or on YouTube. Glad to have you. So today I just want to remind you that is still Celebration, Stampin' Up's biggest event of the year. And in the past 2 years, Stampin' Up has had two celebrations, one in January, February, and the other ones were July, August. Good morning, Catherine. Good morning, Pam, Kristen. But this year we're down to just one celebration. And if you're new to Stampin' Up or new to the crafting world, what celebration is that with a qualifying purchase, and for us, it's with each $50 purchase, you can earn a free product from a special brochure. Okay, and there are items in here that are free with a $50 purchase, like this very popular Thanks a Bunch stamp set or the Adorable Owl set. And then you have some things that are free with a $100 purchase, like this great Dandy Designs Designer Series paper. Hi, Diana. If you are new to Stampin' Up or you don't have a demonstrator and you would like a catalog, just leave a comment, or you can message me here on Facebook or on YouTube and let me know, and I'll get with you and get your address so I can send you one. Okay, so today we are going to be working with a stamp set and coordinating dies that are in the new mini catalog that started in early January, and it's called the Share A Milkshake Bundle, and it is so cute. And I'm having fun creating with it. Yesterday on my blog, I shared this calendar, which is a remake of one that I had done earlier with the catalog launch. And I decided to use one of the milkshake glasses and some ice cream on top with a cherry. And what I did with the sentiment here, if you'll notice, this came from the Life is Sweeter right here. And I just stamped the whole thing and then I cut it off after sweet. Okay, so it says Life is Sweet. Good morning, Susan. Okay, so that's fun, and I'm having fun doing different kinds of calendars with different stamp sets. So you'll probably be seeing some more. Anyway, so good morning, Diane. Oh, yes, good afternoon, Diane. Diane's in Florida, so it's afternoon for her. So let me go ahead and get this on the screen where you can see it a little better. And it's this beautiful stamp set here with all these fun pieces. Great for Valentine's Day as well. That's why I wanted to go ahead and show it, because it's just super cute and sweet and could make a great card birthday, Valentine, thinking of you, for anyone, okay? And it comes with these great dies. Some of them go and cut out some of the stamp images from the stamp set, and this is on page 12 of the Stampin' Up! Mini catalog. And some of them are just dies that you use alone. You don't have to stamp, and they make, like, this is an ice cream cone, super cute. You'll see this Monday on my blog. I'll have a cute card with that. And then this little hashtag little piece here that I'm using today as a background for my main image. So let's get started. Are you ready? Okay, that's my host code. If you shop with me, and you can use that host code, and it's big help to me. Okay, all right, let me move that out of the way and get started. So let me get my card base. Okay, you know, no kidding, I spent 30 minutes getting everything ready, and now it's like, where is the main part of the card? Okay, just give me a moment. Give me a moment and I'll find it. And it's right here in front of my nose. Okay, and so I'm going to start by talking about this card. In the description, I said that I was using lots of layers. Okay, so when you're crafting or when you're doing scrapbook pages or cards, you can easily use layers of different papers and textures to make an interesting background for your card. So for this card, I wanted to use a subtle but pretty background. And so I chose a piece of the Fancy Floor 6x6 Designer Series paper. Okay, and it is beautiful. It has beautiful colors in it, rich. It's got some florals, and I've shown it before, and it's in the mini catalog. But let me show you the piece that I chose to work with, and this is where I got my color combos from and everything. Okay, so this is the piece that was drawn to my eye. Okay, originally. And I saw the soft succulent, I saw the daffodil and the freesia, and I just thought, oh, that's so pretty. So I thought I was going to use this as the background for my ice cream, okay? And then I started working with it. And before I ever glue anything down, I just arranged pieces, okay? And this piece needed to be 4 7/8 by 2 1/4, okay? So this is what happened. I go to cut it. I'm going to grab my trimmer. I go to cut, and I think, okay, I want lots of color in here. So I'm going to cut this part off at 2 1/4. So I did that. 2 1/4. Okay, and then I'll save that piece for later. And then I got that, and I started looking at it, and then I flipped it over, and I went, oh my goodness. That is what I'm looking for. So you see, I started out with this, and yeah, it's colorful, but when I started arranging my pieces, okay, it was like, I need to use the back side. So then I flipped over this other side that I had cut off, and I saw it had this seafoam green in it, plus the freesia, and I decided I wanted that seafoam. So what did I do? I cut that off at 2 1/4. So as card makers, you know, we do a lot of experimenting with a lot of paper. That's why we have a lot of paper, right? And so I knew I wanted that seafoam in there, okay? So I needed it 4 7/8. So I'm not going to cut off this part. I'm going to cut this at 4 7/8 this way. I want this to be on it. 4 7/8 right there. Okay, and then that's what I decided to use. Now, keep in mind, I had already cut some of the other layers. Good morning, Deb. And, you know, that kind of helped sway my decision too. But this, compared to this was doesn't that look like ice cream to you, maybe? You know, I just think, I thought that's going to be it. And that's what I went with. Okay. And so actually I did this because I wanted that dark to show. And let me see, that is, what color is that? Orchid Oasis. Okay. So I wanted that to show, and I wanted some of the soft seafoam green to show, and then the rest of that is freesia. Okay. And so I did that. So then I knew that helped me decide my background. Okay. And once I knew I was going to use, I thought I was using this side. Okay. So I thought I'm going to go ahead and cut a freesia background. And then I have this piece. This is from the Dandy Designs paper in the celebration brochure that I told you you could earn for free. It's a huge stack of 48 sheets of 12 by 12 with a $100 order. You can get it. It's great paper. Okay. So that's in freesia. So I knew I was going to do that. So I'm just going to layer this up before I glue so I can show you. Okay. And then I did this. Okay. And I thought, okay. And then that's when I flipped this over. And I thought, that's better. But then I wanted to bring out this seafoam some more. So what I did, let me find it. It is somewhere. And don't tell me. Okay, y'all. I mean, really, Lisa? I had it all ready. And it's not here. Okay, so let me go ahead and I'm going to get a piece of seafoam and cut it. And it's probably going to show up in a minute because I had, oh, here it is. I'm telling you, y'all. There are a million things on my desk, right at hands, and sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees. That's me. Okay, so here's the seafoam. And then I decided to texture it. So I used the Time Worn Type embossing folder. Okay. And I did this. Okay. See that? And I was liking it. You see how this soft seafoam makes this pop? Makes it stand out? That's what I wanted. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead. I knew those were going to be my bottom layers and I was going to build up on top of that. So I'm going to go ahead and layer all this up. So this is a 5 by 3 3/4 inch piece of soft seafoam. And I think my problem was I was too organized this morning. I had everything in front of me and I couldn't find anything. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That celebration paper. That is going to go over top. All these little postage, huh? That's going to go over top of the base. And I'm not using any ribbon around the card or anything on this one. Thank you, Diana. Hi, Susan. I bet it is cool. And then this is going to go next. And I'm just going to center that there. Okay. Then use that Fancy Flora or whatever that is. What's it called? Yeah, Fancy Flora Designer Series paper that I originally was going to do this. And that, okay, not for the ice cream. This was better for the ice cream. That. And so let's go ahead and glue that together. And then we're going to build up from there. So you see, there's a lot of thought. And I know you, as card makers, there is a lot of thought into choosing colors. And I have a lot of people tell me I have no idea where to start. Right? Does anybody ever think that? I get that way too. Because I had this stamp set. I said, what am I going to do? It didn't have a special pack of coordinating designer paper to go with it. So I had to decide what I was going to use. So for the ice cream, I wanted some subtle colors that could be like sherbet colors or fun ice cream flavors. And so that's why I looked at that Flora paper. Okay. And that's what determined my colors. Okay. So I started with the designer paper and then built up from there. Let me go ahead and put this on. And again, I was going to use this side here. And I thought, we're going with the other side. And I'm so glad I did. Okay, this I'm going to go ahead and glue on this before the textured piece. Again, that's the Time Worn type embossing folder that's in the big catalog. And you could use really any embossing folder over here just to give it some texture, okay? And then this is going to go over top there, okay? So yeah, I love these colors together too. I have to admit, I hardly ever use soft seafoam, but it's in the DSP, okay? So it made me use it. Thank you, Stampin' Up. Okay, so now I have this here. So now we have the backdrop for our main image, okay? And so let's go from there. Let me see. I know that I'm going to have a white layer over top, okay? And when I put that on there, this 4.5 by 2 3/4, when I put that on there, I thought that's too stark, okay? So what I did, I'm going to get a piece of scrap paper. Crash, boom, everything falling. And I have I decided to use my dark freesia Stampin' Blends, okay? And I'm going to undo the brush tip. And then I'm going to take my brush tip and flick it over the paper like that. And that ink just splatters, okay? It gives it some color without it being overwhelming, okay? So I have that. So let's bring our base back in. Okay, I like it better. Okay, then I'm going to build up from here. I think I'm going to flip this around because I have more splatters up there at the top. And that's going to go here, and it's showing both sides. Okay, so I've got my color over here. I've got my color and texture here, and then I'm going to build up from there. Now, I didn't know until after I had put my ice cream and everything on where I was going to put my sentiment. So my sentiment on my finish card was an afterthought. But to make it easier, now that I know where it goes, I'm going to put it on now. So where's my stamp set? I don't think I have this. I need the Life is Sweeter with You, but where did I do with it? So see, y'all, I'm telling you, here it is. Okay, so I'm using this for both projects today. So this is going to go, nope, cherry on top. I need cherry on top. I switched. You're the cherry on top. I'll get it straight here in a minute, ladies. I was just talking to a friend of mine. I said, you know, I've got to get all of my stuff set out for my lives because I can get flustered. And I was organized and I'm flustered anyway, but I got it. I got it. I know what I'm doing here. Good morning, Deborah. Okay, I'm going to stamp this in freesia in this lower right corner. You're the cherry on top. Okay, so that's done. Put that ink pad up before I make a mess, but I'm going to use it again in a minute here because we're going to talk about something else. Now, let's put this back on. I'm just kind of going through the design process that I went through, and I thought, it needs something else. So, if you were with me, I mean, I don't know when I recorded this, but I had mentioned I don't use these dies nearly enough. They're gorgeous. And so I wanted a border on that. And so I used this zigzag border, and I cut a 1x4 piece of basic white cardstock, okay? And you could leave this off. I just liked the look of a border, okay? And so that I just am gluing. It doesn't go top to bottom. I just glued it, centered it, and I'm going to glue it right there, okay? So, and you'll see it all come together just like we want it to. So I put just a thin line of liquid glue, and I'm centering it so I have about the same amount at the top and the bottom there, okay? Thank you, Susan. I like that splattering too. It's fun. See there? To me, it almost makes this stand out some more, okay, with that zigzag pattern. So we've got that. And then let's move this aside. It's right here to my left in case I go looking for it. I'm going to build up from here. Now, I have another die cut made. Thanks, Diane. And I cut out this little, I call it the little hashtag thing, but it's not, you know, it's the little weave. And I want that as the backdrop for my ice cream. Okay, so without covering the sentiment, okay, I'm going to glue that on. And easy thing to do here is to use our adhesive sheets. And I always forget I have them. Now, on the next one, I have it already on the little hashtag grid here. And I'm just, if you don't have adhesive sheets, you can just very sparingly apply some glue. Okay, so let's put that like that and just hold it down for a second. Okay. All righty. It's okay, Bonnie. I didn't expect you. I thought you'd be sewing. Thank you, Patty. I like the layers too. I took my time and just started playing the other day, and I thought they'll love the layers on this because I know most of you say you like layers. Okay, so now that's ready. I'm going to put it aside. And I have a piece of basic white, and I'm just going to stamp so I can show you. I've already have the die cuts done, but I want to show you this two-step stamping. So my glass, my ice cream glass, yeah, where's my ice cream? Okay, I'm missing a stamp. Oh, this is crazy. Here it is. Here's that one. And I have another one somewhere. Okay. Bonnie, you know how I was setting everything up? Well, I did it, and I'm too dang organized. I'm so organized I can't find anything. Okay, so let me just tell you. So I have a solid one. I'm going to flip this over and get the solid side. There is a stamp that's solid. I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to stamp on. Okay, then there's a stamp like this, y'all. It's just that I don't know what to do with it. Okay, then here's the accent side. So that's soft seafoam. Ink that up, and it's going to be backwards, but you're going to see what I mean. There, you see? Okay, so it gives it a two-tone dark look there, okay? So next, I have the ice cream, and I'm going to do that in freesia. And I don't want it as dark. Look where it is. There's the stamp, y'all. Oh, Lisa. Okay. So here we go. Just trying to keep y'all entertained. You understand? Okay. All right. So freesia, stamp off. Okay. And then I'm going to stamp again. And that's how I want it. So stamp off means you get some of the ink off and then stamp again. Okay. So that's going to be our ice cream. And then, good gosh almighty, we're going to do the I know. Yeah. Keeps it interesting, right? I mean, I'm telling you, everything is right here, y'all. It was right here, just like that little stamp. It was on the back of that ink pad. Hello, Lisa. Okay, there's my cherry and sweet sorbet. Then they have the outline for the straw, but I just die cut it like that. Okay, you can stamp over it and get the outline, but I didn't do that. I just left it white. Okay, so now, oh, I stamped two straws. Okay, let's play like I eat that up again. And then I die cut all of these out. Okay, and I have to die cut the straw twice, run it through twice. Okay, but I have this shape in the die, this, the cherry, and the straw. Okay, so now here are all the pieces already ready to go. Ta-da! Okay, let's get this out of the way. I would have been really upset if I couldn't find that. Okay, here's this part. All right, so now we're going to build our ice cream. So I'm going to take a little shake. It's a milkshake, really. And that's going to go there. Okay. Now I'm going to build it before I glue it. Okay. And then this one is going to go here. Okay. See, looking cute, right? Where's the cherry? Oh, my word. My Lanta, as my daughter would say. The cherry has disappeared. So we're going to play like. Y'all, I just had the cherry. Okay. I should have made this a bloopers video. This is going to go here. We're going to leave the cherry, even though it says here the cherry on top. I guess I'll have to cut one out. It'll show up. I'm sure it's stuck to something, right? Do y'all see it? Okay, this is going to go here. Okay. There's the cherry. Y'all, did y'all see that on my finger? Thank you, Susan. Oh, my word. Okay. Y'all, I promise I'm not crazy. I was trying to be so organized, and I do better when just like wing it, you know? Okay, I'm going to glue these down. Thank y'all for sticking with me. Thanks, Susan. That would have, if I'd have seen that in time, thank you, thank you, thank you. I knew I felt something on my finger, and y'all could see it, huh? Okay, putting some liquid glue here. Okay, right here. All right, got that. And then this straw, I'm going to put a little bit glue behind that and stick it behind right there. Okay. Thank you, Susan. I'm glad you okay, there's my cherry on top. I had to have the cherry, right? That's what my sentiment says. Oh, my word. Okay, there we go. Isn't that cute? Now, wait. That's cute like that. But wait. Thank you, Diane. I'm glad you. Okay, now, do you see all those colors together? How it's just wowzers. All goes together now. Okay, so I'm going to try to be real careful here and flip it over and hope it's dry enough to do this. That would really be funny. Not really. Okay, let's get this on. And I'm just putting it straight on, like centering it side to side, top to bottom, because I want my colors to show. I want my texture to show. Yeah. Ta-da. Okay, we're not through yet. I wanted to tie in something, get it, to the crumb cake right here. So I'm using some linen thread, and I'm going to make a loopy bow. Thank you, y'all. When I was making it, creating it, it's like, it took me a while, as you can imagine. But it was fun because I was experimenting with the colors and the textures and the layers. Okay, so did you see how I did that? Loop, you loop around and around and around. Okay, and then I'm going to cut that here. Then I'm going to take my reverse tweezers. These are in the embossing kit. This was in the holiday catalog, but it's still available. Comes with a little embossing tool, the powder, a brush. And it's going to hold that ribbon while I'm tying this. Pam, I still have the one you sent me. It's in at the Missouri studio. That's before we carried them, and man, is it a lifesaver. Okay, so I'm going to cut that, and I cut it kind of long. And I like linen thread because it's kind of curly anyway. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, there we go. Let me get this out of the way before I ruin it. Okay, I'm going to tie a knot to hold all those loops together. Thank you, Dawn. Okay. Man. Okay, I'm going to tie another knot. And really, this isn't, you don't have to do this. It would be cute with some gems, but really there's a lot going on, you know, so I wanted to keep it simple, but I wanted to tie in that crumb cake. And to me, the linen thread does that. Okay, so quite honestly, it's almost a bit too loopy. Okay, so I mean, if you like all that, that's fine. I should have, and my original is pretty loopy too, but I would think that next time I tried that on this particular design, I might make the loops smaller. Okay. Now do that, and then, okay. Okay, and so you would just finish off the inside. I didn't do the inside this time, but what I've been doing, y'all, is just taking a piece of basic white and then cutting a strip of one of the designer papers. Thank you, Beth. And let's see what I got here. I could do this. Okay, that's kind of thick. So I'm going to take my trimmer. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm going to cut this at 3/4 of an inch wide. Okay. I leave the inside blank a lot nowadays because I never know how I'm going to need, what I'm going to need the card for. So there we go. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel or liked my Facebook page, be sure and do that so you don't miss anything and miss all this fun. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you hate to miss all the fun? I mean, I'm not usually this crazy, but this is me. This is me. So I say I'm not usually this crazy. When I'm crafting, it's like I'm always, what did I do with that? And my granddaughter Mia has started doing that too. Where are my glue dots? Where are my scissors? Where is my glue? Where's my sparkly thing? That's the Wink of Stella. Yeah, it's a precious set. Precious set. You need it. Okay, so see, I like that. I'm going to go ahead and put that in, and then I'm glad, Susan. Then you can like make it a birthday card, make it a feel-good card to send to someone. Just, you know, we need to send more just because cards, ladies and gentlemen. We really do, don't you think? Okay, there's our first card. And the other project won't take as long. And I hope I have my act together. Okay. All right. If y'all have any questions, let me know. So let me ask you a question. Y'all can comment. Do you make Valentine treat holders for anything? I know that, you know, sometimes I do for the grandkids. Thanks, Debbie. You know, I've got stuff everywhere. Do you make Valentine treat holders? I'm going to make a tiny treat bag next that you can use for anything. Party favors, putting out on your co-workers' desks if you're still in work outside the home. It's going to be about the right size for like Hershey's Kisses. or something small, peppermints, you know. Okay. Okay, let's do this. You do, okay. Yeah, I think a lot of us do at some point. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna move our card and let's get on with the next one. Okay, this is where I need the lightest, Life is Sweeter, Petal Pink, and in this one, I'm trying to use different papers because I don't have all of these bundles. But this Regency Park, I'm using this Petal Pink dotted Swiss here. Yeah, Patty, I know you do. Okay, and so this is like 75 tree dollars. Oh, Deborah, wow. Kudos to you, girl. Thumbs up. Okay, so this is a lot of florals, pretty colors, and it had, I wanted to use another light color and show you how I'm using this set for this little treat bag, okay? The set and the dies. Okay, so move that out of the way. I'm going to need my trimmer here. Let me get this back in the bag that it belongs in. Get it out of the way. So I have a 4x6 piece of this Regency Park designer paper. 4x6. On the 6-inch side, we're going to score it 1, 2 3/4, 3 3/4, and 5 1/2. Then we're going to turn it, and whatever your bottom is for your bag, your treat bag, you're going to score it 1 inch. Okay? So I've got some things here. I'm going to leave them in my package so I don't lose them. Okay, so that's already cut. Let me get mine simply scored. Do y'all cut with a scoring board or do y'all use your trimmer? Oh, Diana, right? Oh, the papers, Diana, I always have to have all of them, okay? I always have to have all of them because it's like you don't know what you're missing until you see them in person. I've learned that. Their papers are knock it out of the park all the time. Okay, 4x6. I've got the 6-inch side up at the top. Let's score it 1, 2 3/4, 3 3/4, and 5 1/2. Then I'm going to turn it and score it at 1. Now this will be my bottom. If you have directionality on your paper, then you want this to be your top, okay? Here's 1. Okay. All right, here we go. So let's fold and burnish on all the score lines. Very important with when you're doing 3D projects or fun folds or cards, but especially for 3D. It just makes your life easier. And the project looks so crisp and neat. So today we have to pick up Mia after school. I say have to. It'll be fun. She'll come in and I'll say, Mia, do you have any homework? Yes. And so we'll do her homework and it goes, honey, I want to craft. And in she comes. And then I'm sitting doing computer work while she's crafting. Okay. All right. I burnished on all those score lines. And now I'm going to cut off this little rectangle on the end, the little narrow one. So I'm going to go up. And then I'm going to kind of cut at an angle right here to make this tab kind of neat. And cut off the top like that. Okay. All righty. And then we're going to adhere the sides together. So I'm going to use I think I'm going to use this. I don't know where my silicone sheet is. Let me see if I can get this on here without going on my paper. There we go. Y'all know the silicone craft sheet is great when you're doing adhesives like that. It doesn't mess up your surface and it won't stick to it. Okay. All right, so I've got the box together. Here's my seam, so I'm going to call that bag. I'm sorry, bag. Here's the seam, so I'm going to call that the back. So I'm going to flip. Lisa, y'all didn't. I forgot to cut up on these scores. Cut up on all the score lines to that 1 inch. It's just entertaining, y'all. Okay, now we got it. Okay, so fold in the back. No, 2 sides first. I'll get it straight here in a minute. Fold in that way so that your seams are all in the back of the bag. Okay, now I'm going to pinch in the sides like that. And you can make this a fold flat bag by just folding that down. And you can make a lot of them and store them flat. So see, you just push in, and then it makes it, you know, like you have your little bag that you can store flat. And then when you open it up, there you go. Okay, cute little bag. All right, let's see what we're going to do to embellish it. Okay, when I see a little bit like that, see that hanging over, I come through and trim it off. Okay, so see, this is a little the size for like a mini candy bar or Hershey Kisses, you know, something easy, little peppermints. All right, there's our bag. And now what we're going to do is I have the little hashtag grid already cut out, and this is in Sweet Sorbet. Okay, so you see that white on the back? That is adhesive sheets. How many of you use our adhesive sheets? On detailed cuts like this, they're perfect. Use a little, take your pick. Where's my take your pick? Here we go. And we're going to lift this up and gently, because I don't want to tear my little things. And so it makes it a sticker. Okay. So you just cut, like I cut a rectangle of the adhesive sheet, pulled off one of the paper backings, put the piece of Sweet Sorbet down, and then cut it out. And then now it stays on there until I'm ready to use it. Okay, so there's that. And then I have in the die set for Share A Milkshake, we have these heart dies, and it cuts all 3 of them. It's one die, and it cuts all 3 of them at the same time. I love that. See? Okay, and I love the shapes of them. And so we are going to put some hearts up here. We're going to glue these on, or maybe a glue dot. That will work. Oh, Patty, you use them a lot? Yeah. I forget. You know, it's like I get in a hurry and I'm thinking, okay, let me finish this. And okay, I'm going to put one there. And then 2 at the bottom. So let me take the big one. Put a glue dot. And then this teeny tiny one. And another glue dot. Do it over the sorbet. Okay. And then I'm using our heart pearls from the main annual catalog. Put this up before I lose it. And I'm going to use these shiny ones this time. Where is the top to this? There it is. I'm going to put one here. A little one here. And I'm putting these on now so I don't forget. And then a big one up here. Okay. All right. And then we're going to put our sentiment. And let me show you what we're going to do then. I need a scrap piece of basic white. I'm going to use this one. Sweet Sorbet. And Life is Sweeter with You. And I'm going to stamp it right there. Okay. Now, I'm not going to use that whole sentiment. I'm all about cutting apart and making it say what you want it to say. So, I'm going to cut out, first I'm going to separate the two lines, okay, of sentiments. Makes it easier. Cut that. And then I'm going to cut off with you. Okay. Now I'm going to cut off you and sweet. Where's my you? There it is. Sweet you. Okay? I thought that was a cute sentiment. And I'm just using what I have here and making it say what I want it to say. Okay? And so for that, I'm going to use mini Stampin' Dimensionals to pop that up on our little treat bag. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, there's a sweet little bag, right? Easy to make. You can make a bunch of them out of a 12 by 12, and you can get one for sure out of a 6 by 6. Okay, and let me show you the other one I made. Now, this one I made to match the card. I use the same colors. Here's our card. Okay. So, what you think? Try these little bags are so easy. If you have to make treats, they work great. So, okay. Thank you so much for watching. Now, I want you to know that you need the Share A Milkshake Bundle. It is precious, and you can see that you can do different things with it. Okay, just thank you. You can, just make it, take the sentiments and work with them. See how you can make them say something else. Okay, and you can use this for Valentine's Day. You can use it for birthday cards. So I should have the link in the video description to purchase it. And let me come back on here. So I had fun today. I hope you did. It is so good to share with you. And thank you so much for your support, and would love to help you. If you need a demonstrator, please contact me and let me know how I can help you. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you if you're watching the replay. And I hope to see you all again next week. Visit my website at inkandinspirations.com. I'm going to have another project with this bundle coming up for you soon. And let's see what else I want to tell you. Don't forget it's Celebration, and you can get some really neat rewards when you shop. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.